Stoneclad. And to my left, introducing the lead guitarist and vocals, Alan Harris.
Hello, people.
How's it going, Alan?
Yeah, doing good.
And then next to him, on the bass guitar, we have Stephen Beardsley. Is that really your last name?
Yes.
God, how appropriate. You have the beard from hell, which is a good thing. And then next to him is Elliot Jackson on the drums.
What's going on, guys?
How's it going, Elliot? And then last but not least, we have James Hardy on the rhythm guitar and vocals.
It's happening.
And then co-host in studio is Matt Reichman.
Hey, I'm last.
So we just went through probably about an hour and a half of technical issues. We're experimenting with sound. We don't really know how it's going to go, but we're just going to roll with it anyways.
And we're done.
And we're done. Hey, guys, see you later. No, so I'm really happy to have you guys in here. Finally, got a whole band on this podcast. I think that's pretty awesome. How are you guys?
In this room?
Yeah,
Yeah, man.
in this room. How are you guys doing tonight?
Wonderful.
Yeah,
doing
doing
great.
good, man.
So first things first, I have to wonder, how did you guys come up with the name Stoneclad? Who wants to tell that
I
story?
think that's Alan.
I think I can start it though. So we were going through a bunch of names, and bunch of things came to mind. You know, I thought we should name the band Skunk Cabbage.
Skunk
But,
Cabbage?
but nobody thought we were punk enough for that.
No innuendo there at all.
Yeah, we're
Just
not punk enough for Skunk Cabbage.
I've always favored Bernadette and the Smugglers.
Yeah.
But we
I
don't
like
know who Bernadette is or what we're smuggling. It just kind of changes as we go. You know what I mean?
I like that. Bernadette and the Smugglers.
Right?
But we can leave definitely the last end of it off to Alan.
Well, there was one day I was looking online and I got this fascination for Sasquatch and Bigfoot. You know, we use them in our artwork and stuff too.
Right.
Obsession would be a better.
Yes,
Yeah.
I could be a believer, but I'm still skeptic. I'm an open-minded person. Well, other than that, to get back on topic, basically, I was scrolling through a website with different names by Native Americans and just other English names and stuff that would relate to this creature, basically. So I'm scrolling down through it, and just like how the Dead did when they scrolled down and they pointed, and, you know, Grateful Dead, I just scrolled down the page, and whatever the mouse landed on, just landed on Stoneclad. I was like, all right, there we go.
That's pretty sweet.
Yeah, that's the name.
I like that name too. So wait, so what's the story with the dead? I don't know that story.
They basically took a dictionary and opened up the book, and the first two words that they landed on was grateful and dead.
Is that right?
Yep.
God, probably one of the top 3, maybe number 1 most iconic band in the world picked their name out like that. That's pretty cool.
Amen, brother.
That's pretty cool. Yeah, so I guess we'll let our listeners know like what kind of music you guys play. You guys play what you would describe as psychedelic rock, but really a lot of influence from Grateful Dead, or how would you guys describe it?
I'd say it's like Grateful Dead, but rock and roll. Grateful Dead. That's what I tell
Yeah,
people.
we're like in the 1980s. The Grateful Dead got a little heavy. We're a little heavier than the Grateful Dead, but I mean, we're kind of like Rockin' Dead, you know.
Yeah. You know, I've seen like what the Grateful Dead is now, and then I've seen like Dark Star, and you can always tell when they're doing an 80s set.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's heavy, it's
I just saw
heavy.
Dark Star up at Niagara Falls, actually.
Oh, is that right? Yeah, dude, Dark Star is fucking awesome. I love those guys.
Great show.
Yeah, I seen them at Peach Fest this summer, and they just
yeah, man.
fucking destroyed.
All the brothers.
I think they might have did an 80s set there too. I think that's why that brought that to mind. Yeah. But no, I've seen you guys a bunch of times, and you guys are awesome. I mean, I really like what you guys are doing. How would you describe? It seems like you guys this past year have had or been playing gigs pretty much every weekend, right?
Yeah.
At least once a week.
Yeah, and so is that like a big step up since last year? I mean, are you guys just really stepping it up?
Definitely.
Yeah.
I think-
When we first started, it really was only the summer that we had really been playing every weekend or so. But we've gotten to the point where now it's like summer's over, we're going into December, and we've been booked since June. I mean,
Yeah.
every weekend just about. We've had a couple weekends we've had off, but we've also had 2 or 3 gigs in one week. So
Yeah.
No shit.
Speaking of gigs, we do have 2 gigs coming up.
we got one tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Yeah, why don't you talk about those?
And it's tomorrow at the Angelica Hotel from
Zoo
9
night.
to 1. Yeah, it's the big Thanksgiving night before, you know what I mean?
Yeah, what's it? It's jungle.
Gobble.
Zoo night.
Gobble.
Zoo night. Zoo night.
Oh, Zoo
Jungle
night.
Zoo night. What's
We're calling
that?
it Gobble Till You Wobble. That's for Thanksgiving. We're gonna make you wobble. Huh?
I love it. Gobble till you wobble. Where's the other gig at?
That's in Corning.
Yeah.
I think,
Captain
right
Morgan's.
downtown, Captain Morgan's.
Captain Morgan.
Yeah.
Oh shit, I've never been to that bar.
Yeah, we haven't either, but we're hoping we're gonna rock it off.
They're excited
Okay.
to have us, definitely.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have my hat. I meant to wear
Oh,
that tonight.
definitely.
Is that right on Main Street?
I think so.
That's pretty
we've
sweet.
I've been to Corning, but I
No,
don't.
be the
Yeah.
first time, so definitely excited for it.
Yeah. No, Corning's a fucking cool place, and being on that Main Street, you know, you're gonna get traffic no matter
Oh, for
what.
sure,
You know what I
for
mean?
sure.
That's pretty sweet. No, that's awesome. Yeah, I was just thinking like this summer I brought you guys on at the Hummingbird Hill Music Festival. What'd you guys think of that?
Oh hell yeah, man!
That was pretty fun,
we had
wasn't
a
it?
great time.
What have you got?
Great time.
Like since June, you guys have been like rocking gigs every weekend. What's the weirdest or craziest story you have on the road so far this year?
Oh, this happened just recently.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, which one are you talking about?
We
Think
can't
it-
tell that other one
Yeah.
on the air.
There's a
No,
couple.
we got a show.
Hey,
was it
anything
2 weekends
goes
ago?
on this
I
podcast.
think I'll be honest. I think Monroton was our greatest so far.
Was
That,
that,
was when Dobby cut his hand open.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That one,
So
that was
we
Dobby
we-
the house elf, or
Yeah, we had a guy who once in a while he roadies for us, and we were playing a gig up at a fireman's carnival in Monroton, PA, and well, we were treated very well afterwards, and a little bit too well actually. Jello shots were involved. It was bad, and it was great, but it was bad.
Right.
And well, they had one of those whack-a cars.
like pay $1.
You know, you get it.
Just smash this junk car.
And so
with
we,
such a-
we were
This was at 3 a.m.
yeah, we were there. It was like
Wait,
3 a.m.
hold on. What's a whack-a-car? I'm not familiar with that.
it's like at a carnival. They bring in a junk car and you pay like $1. It usually goes to some charity or whatever. You get a sledgehammer and you get to just have
Just
like
beat
5
the shit
laps.
out of
Oh, yeah, like an actual car. It's
Wearing
great.
safety gear, of course.
Oh, shit.
But it was 3 a.m. and we had gone through at least a half a tray of Jello shots.
Safety was.
Yeah, it was just gone.
No.
It was just gone. And so we're like, hey, can we hit this? And the guys were like, I don't know. And so we decided to hit it anyways. And well, needless to say, Dobby
Sliced his hand.
sliced his hand wide open.
He was coming down on it in his hand, like the whole side of his hand.
It was
It was
brutal.
bad.
It was bad.
Gashed up.
Just like he hit a piece of like metal on the
He
car.
must have got
Yeah.
it caught.
Yeah.
Was it some
Hell
part
yeah,
of
man.
some
And-
part of the mirror that had broken off or something?
Oh no shit.
So basically,
Yeah.
what happened was we're surrounded by firemen and EMT.
Yeah.
Right.
And they're like, well, it looks like we're making a hospital trip. And,
No shit.
He got a bunch of stitches, and it was great. And then we played a gig the next day, and it was beautiful. It was really great. It was actually a really great gig.
That was a
That was
a
bad.
three
was
gig
3
weekend.
gigs.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
it
was.
was.
Great.
That was a good time.
It was a way good time.
Did you present Dobby with clothing after that? I mean, that's what frees him, right?
Yeah,
Is that-
yeah, he totally got a sock after that.
Damn. That. So I got like a bunch of stitches, obviously, and all that shit.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
He's a
Damn.
wicked scar from it too.
Well, I guess that's what goes along with being on the road. You know, I keep thinking about how you named your name, your band name, Stoneclad, like going through the Bigfoot thing. And this is sort of a thing that we've been doing on recent podcasts, like a percentage on a scale of 1 to 10, however you want to do it. How likely do you think it is that UFOs have visited this planet?
10 out of 10.
But it-
10
percentage,
out of
that's what
10.
I'm saying
10 out
on
of
that
10.
one.
10
If
out of
that tells you what kind of people we are, hey,
I'll start first. I'll say I'm
Last week, what are you this week?
I'm 60% this week.
Last week you were 51%.
oh, it's going up.
I had an
Oh, wow.
experience. What about you, Alan?
I'll probably be at 63. now.
63?
Yeah, 63.
I thought we were going to scale of 1 to 10. Now we're doing
Oh, he
percentage.
said
We're doing
Oh,
percentages.
oh, we're doing
Yeah.
percentages
Straight up
now?
percentages.
Alright.
63.
I'm not real good at math, so I'm not sure which one we're doing yet. But
Steve? You said 10 out of 10 earlier, right?
Well, I'd probably put it like 95%.
95?
Yeah.
I'm going to stay with a 6 out of 10.
6 out of 10?
well, God, now it makes me have to choose what I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna one up Steve. 96%.
He will.
96% chance.
And then-
I visited this word.
And then Matt, have we?
I
as
don't
a-
remember what I was. I was like 30%.
I think you were like 2%.
Was I 2%?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'll stick with what I was last week. Whatever that was.
2%?
2%. We'll stick with 2%.
Yeah, we have this conversation once in a while. I mean, it seems like on this episode or on this podcast, we always like come back to like ancient alien theory or
Star Wars.
Star Wars,
Star Wars.
So we're in the right place. All right,
television
cool.
shows. Yeah. No, I don't know. I've never seen a UFO. Has anyone here ever seen a UFO?
No.
Yes.
You have?
Oh,
Yes.
yeah.
I've seen. I don't know what
And
it
you're
was.
only-
I didn't see.
Mr. 60% is the seal.
I'll explain. It wasn't exactly anything in particular, like a shape. It was more of a red light, and it was during the summertime. This was about 3 years ago. Me and Wuck were having a good beverage on a weekend, and I came out to take Wags out, and next thing I'm just checking out the stars. It's a beautiful night out, and I look up and I see this red dot, and it's just staying there. It looks like a star, so I'm just checking out things, listening. This red dot moves like this, and it just goes. It's gone.
Oh, classic
No more.
UFO. Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm just like,
Totally
And I
UFO.
called my roommate out,
Dude,
and he was like, "What are
totally
you talking
UFO.
about?" And I was like,
Yeah.
"I swear to God, I saw that there was a red dot out there. It moved left and just went."
I'm so jealous because I'm what I say 60%. So I'm 60%, and I love the idea of ancient alien theory. I love the idea that the UFOs. I've been a lifelong UFO enthusiast my whole life. Like I said, lifelong, my whole life. But I've never seen one, and I've always wanted to. And if I could see something like that, and the other thing too is I know reputable people, people that have no reason to lie, that have these crazy experiences. You know what I mean? Just basically the same thing, like seeing a light that does some fucking crazy shit like that.
Yeah.
I don't know. I love the idea behind it though. And then another thing we usually talk about is Star Wars.
We don't have Tim though, so we're all right.
Timtron 3000, yeah. Yeah.
We can avoid Star Wars talk this week.
We can avoid Star Wars. Well, what do you guys want to talk about this week?
Well, yeah, what's your fan fiction theory? Tim and his fan fiction, Star Wars.
Do you guys get into sci-fi television at all?
A little
A little
bit.
bit,
Yeah.
I used to watch it back, but
Yeah,
we don't have cable anymore.
No.
Yeah, I haven't had cable in like 2 years, man.
We run on Hulu right now at this point.
Yeah, I basically do Netflix and Hulu. Actually, I've been doing Amazon Prime. That has a streaming aspect of it too, and
I've heard that's pretty cool, man.
Yeah, it is.
Amazon's, I hear, is pretty
Like
awesome.
a like a live stream, or
So you can stream any movies they've got.
Yeah, I mean, they have a lot of stuff on there that you can stream, but if there's the good thing about Amazon Prime over Hulu or Netflix is if there's for instance, I just got through watching Mr. Robot season 1, which
I told you it's good. It's
definitely
really
want to
good.
talk about that in a second. But season 2 is on there, but I have to actually pay for it. So that's the pros and cons. The season 2 exists to where I can stream it on my TV because I don't have cable either. Fuck it. I've had cable in 8 years. Fuck cable
too
companies.
expensive.
Nobody does.
No.
Yeah, cable's a dying fucking.
No. Tried getting a good deal, and then they kind of
Does
bend you
anybody
over
here
and
have
bone you in
cable?
the
Does
ass.
anybody here have cable?
No.
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 Yeah.
I don't.
I got my parents to switch over about 2 years ago. They haven't had. They usually do. They live up on the in the middle of nowhere, so they usually have a Dish Network or whatever. But they've been pure internet streaming for 2 years. I think. I don't really know anyone that has cable anymore.
Me either.
Yeah.
Think about
Everything's
it.
online
Old
nowadays.
people.
Yeah.
My parents do. My stepfather
Oh
watches
yeah, my
a lot of
parents.
Yeah.
My
sports.
parents still.
And
have
they're
it.
Yeah.
not very technological, so they don't know how to get on and stream stuff from all these services.
Well, I tell you what, I almost gave in because of sports because I've been watching football this year, and I went through every outlet I could possibly find to figure out how to get football on my television, because I have Xbox One that I stream everything through, and there's Xbox has this thing called Sling TV, which sounds a lot like Slingbox, which is Slingbox is if you have cable and you're not in your house. Let's say you have a dorm room, your parents have cable, you can use their cable credentials to get cable through Slingbox, right? But there's Sling TV, which is not at all associated with Slingbox. I found out afterwards. And it's it's streaming cable, and it's $25 a month, complete bullshit. Luckily, they had a 7-day free trial. I said, fuck them. But that was as close as I could come to even getting football. And even then, the only football I could get was Monday night. Isn't Monday night ESPN? Is that the one that they own? Or is it Thursday?
I don't even know.
I think Monday Night Football is ESPN. So that's the only one I could get. And I didn't want to pay $25 a month. I didn't want to get cable because if you get cable, immediately locked in for at least 2 years. Which makes no sense in this day and age. Why would anyone, why would they require anyone to have a 2-year fucking contract? So I was about to give up, and then what I've been doing is going on and doing Reddit live streams. So like, because you can access
Allegedly,
yeah, this is not, yeah. So like, I don't think fucking NFL is going to be listening to this podcast. If they are, go fuck yourself.
Never know.
But yeah, so like Reddit has this cool thing called NFL live streams, and because the Xbox One, you can go just pull up like their version of an internet browser. I can go to Reddit, I pull up the live stream. It usually takes a while because there's like 20 links and they're all like, some of them are better than others. There's one really good one, which is watchnfllive.com. That's a really good one. That's the one that's usually the only one I can get to work on my Xbox. But I've been live streaming every NFL game this season.
It's also a good name.
NFL Live, yeah.
Watch
It's
NFL.
not conspicuous at all.
Yeah, it's watchnflstreams.com or
Get
something
right
like
to the
that.
point.
Yeah, they don't fuck around. But yeah, it's pretty sweet. It's like I was just about to give up on cable, and suddenly it opens up everything completely free, because this is the first year in NFL history that every game has been streamed. So basically, what people are doing is like getting the stream and then doing a mirror. I know that thing's fucking loud on this motherfucker, ain't
I
it?
should have just done it like a bandit.
Yeah.
See, I cracked mine before we started.
No, I told you I was gonna wait.
And the funny thing was that it's making me drink more.
He wanted to be that one person.
But yeah, I've been watching. I mean, it's just sweet that the internet seems to solve everything these days.
If it's digital, it's out there for free, allegedly.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. That brings up do you guys watch NFL at all? Is anyone here a football fan?
A hockey fan.
Hockey?
He said football.
I know, that's what I'm saying. I
Kinda the same
bring
thing.
up hockey.
I love me my Buffalo Bills, but I don't watch often.
See, I'm just getting back into it this year. I haven't watched football. Like, I didn't grow up on football. Like a lot of people that are super in there, it's because their family's into it or they have that aspect. But for me, it's only because I wanted something to do on like Thursdays, Sundays, and Mondays.
Yeah, you came out of left field there. Like, hey, you want to watch some football? I was like, wait a second.
I'm
You want to
getting
watch
into it.
some football? That's weird.
But I made the choice of choosing the Buffalo Bills because it's a home team.
That's a
You
terrible
got-
You're a
choice.
great team.
you got to root for the home team, and now I realize why everyone
terrible
cries. Yeah, Bills are a tough team. I don't know. I mean, we don't have to talk about football, but I'm getting back into it this year. I don't really.
You just wanted to get beat down. Like, let's choose the Bills.
Yeah, Bills are. It's a tough team to root for, and now I know where that saying comes from.
You're telling me, man. You're telling me.
So, are you are you a Sabres fan? Like you said, you're
I'm
hockey.
a hardcore Sabres fan.
Yeah?
I love me some Sabres.
I've seen a couple hockey games. It's usually when I've my dad has gotten like seats through his company. You know what I mean? And we'll watch.
Right. Yeah.
But hockey is one of those sports that you don't even have to know anything about the sport to enjoy watching
really,
it.
You really don't. I used to do a little bit of playing when I was up where I went to college. It's like one of the coldest areas in the northeastern United States, which happens to be in New York, if you were wondering.
Where's that at?
Potsdam, New York.
Where
Like
is?
St. Lawrence County, like about by the St. Lawrence River. Like super
Keep
north.
going.
You gotta go like.
Think of where Vermont is.
Draw a map.
Pretty close. I mean, we were so close to Canada.
Is that around like Lake Placid area?
Oh, it's above Lake Placid.
Above Lake Placid.
Yeah,
Oh, so that's way up there.
Yeah, it's way up there.
And that's where you went to school, or that's when you went to
it's where I
college?
School and college. Yeah.
College,
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, and then I lived up there for a bunch of years. So I love it up there. And
Yeah,
but the winters are a little rough.
yeah.
So you're looking for something to do. So I was like, you know what? I didn't play hockey in school. I always watched hockey once in a while. I love it. Like I love hockey. And so like, I'll play some hockey. So I got into hockey. I got into rugby, and but hockey it's you really don't need to know what's going on. All you need to know is like you're on skates.
Yeah.
There's a 6'2" dude who is about to like cream you. You need to get away from him, and you need to get the little black thing on the ice, and that's all you need to know.
Right.
You need to get the black thing into the net.
Did you know how to skate before this?
A little bit. It's
'Cause-
kind of like
I have no idea how to ice skate. I've never done it
You
before.
ever skied?
You never ice skated before.
I've done it once.
I've never ice skated either.
Yeah.
I hear it's a lot like
was-
roller skating.
Do you like? No, it's actually. It's
No,
not.
no, it's
not.
not.
It's more
It's
like
not.
skiing.
Yeah.
You ever
Well,
skied?
that's why I've never been ice skating.
Yeah, if you can downhill ski, you can almost guarantee.
Because it's that
like,
balancing aspect, you know, keeping your
Yeah.
feet straight and keeping that nice and sturdy, I guess. I don't know how to explain it exactly, but
You know, it's fun. Like we've never had this many people in here, so I'm like, who's talking? And then I look over to Alan. Yeah, so like I've downhill skis. Is it sort of like, you know, how you gotta push off? Like if you're gonna
Yeah, just
like on a flat surface
yeah,
with
more
a.
like pushing off. It's
Yeah, it's like rollerblading,
Yeah,
I've never rollerbladed.
kind of.
It's a little different.
Yeah.
At the same
I
time,
miss
but
that.
it's right. It's about the same. Yeah, it's about the same. But like, if you can remember, like when you're skiing, pizza, stop, French fry, go.
Yeah.
Like, always do that, man. Pizza, stop, French fry, go.
That reminds me of my favorite South Park episode ever, Aspen, where they buy a timeshare up in Aspen. Let's say if you French fry when you're supposed to pizza, you're gonna have a bad time. It's a classic meme, right?
Seriously,
Bad time.
seriously, you have a wicked bad time.
You know, I love that area of New York, though. That's the first time I've ever been up there was this summer. I went up. Me and my girlfriend went camping for like 4 days.
Beautiful.
Yeah, like the Lake Placid, like just above or like 15 minutes out of Lake Placid, basically, and like some small campground. But I never realized like that area of New York looks a lot like Colorado.
Yeah.
Like when you're
It's
driving.
because you're in the Adirondacks. It's,
Yeah.
It's great.
I just never would have thought that like like New York or anywhere on the East Coast could ever look like Colorado. But I'm like we were driving back through and like we went up through like through Watertown and then cut over on that main road.
I was
But
an hour away from Watertown up north.
okay, yeah, so you're way up there.
Yeah.
But on the way back, we came back down like to Albany and then went that way. And that's like going on that road was, you know, you're going through fucking like mountains. You know what I mean?
Man.
I don't. Yeah. But it's a beautiful area. I mean,
And a lot of people don't realize, like, I actually, anywhere I went, you know, it's the struggle. This is the struggle from being from Western New York. It's like, I went to New Zealand when I was like 16, and they're like, oh, you're from New York, and immediately think New York City. And it's
Yeah.
Like, and actually, it's like nothing wrong with being from New York City, but they think that you're a New Yorker.
oh,
I mean, I am. Don't get me wrong. I'm a proud. I love New York, but I'm from Western New York.
Right.
You know? And it's not anything like New York City.
dude, you don't have to go. You don't have to go to New Zealand for that shit. I used to live down in Pittsburgh, and you tell people from Pittsburgh, you're like, oh, New York City. You know, it's
No, man, no.
a lot of people. Yeah, I mean that's
Middle of nowhere, hills and mountains and stuff. Like, it's crazy.
So did all you guys grow up in this area?
no.
Just
Well, actually, Steve and Alan are.
Yeah, we're the only two black sheep.
Oh, okay. So where'd you guys grow up?
I grew up in California. Was
Oh, no
born
shit.
in San Bernardino. I was born in an adoption agency and stuff, so a foster home I grew up in and everything.
Oh wow.
I moved around a lot though, so we moved from Rialto to Riverside, San Bernardino, you know, and then like as I got older and stuff in my teenage years, about 13, 14-ish, we decided to move up towards New York.
Okay.
So that was after the last year's trip, because we took a road trip, my family. Went up to New York. My mom fell in love with the Victorian houses they had up here, so she was like, we're going here, you know. And
Yeah.
my dad had relatives up here too, so it worked out. So yeah, it was different. It was hard, but at the same time, like you know, you kind of grow up and get out of the regimen of certain things and just kind of grow accustomed. And,
Right.
you know.
Definitely culture shock, man.
Yes,
I'm trying to
it-
come into
I know.
Allegheny County.
Because I lived in a very suburban area, like cul-de-sac kind of, you know.
Right.
And one of the reasons why we moved away was just the area got a little bad, a lot more teenagers and older people getting into gangs and stuff like that, just
Right.
real stupid stuff. So
Where is San Bernardino at with respect to like? I guess I mean I know where L.A. and San Diego and then
South of LA.
yeah,
South?
south of LA, because we moved to Mid Valley, California, Paris, California, which was a little more. I can't direct the area. You know, my grandpa could read a map, but I was horrible at directions.
Yeah.
But other than that, I want to say we moved down more south into the desert region, so we were about 6 hours away from Los Angeles and stuff like that. So
I got you.
So around that, so 30 minutes away from Ontario airport.
Okay. The only time I've ever been out to Colorado is in a place called Fresno, which is like I went out there for a job interview, and you know, I like on the thing. I was like, oh, it's California, sweet. You know what I mean? Like, I'll love it. And then I flew into Fresno, and I'm like, this is not what I pictured California. Because Fresno, if for anyone that doesn't know, like Fresno is right in the middle of the state. It's not, you know, it's not on the coast, which is what for some stupid reason my dumb brain imagined it would be. It's right in the middle of the state. So like, what happens is you have all this pollution from the West Coast, from all those cities, and then the Pacific winds blow it inwards, and then you have like the Sierra Nevadas, which keep it about right in that center area of the state. Yeah. And actually, Fresno is the number one most, it has the worst pollution, I think, air quality in the country. It's the number one city for that. So I drove, I mean, it's a shithole though. It's in the middle of nowhere. I mean, it's a city, granted, but you know, it's not at all what I imagined California would be like. You see the Sierra Nevadas off in the far distance, and then that's it. It's flat as a fucking pancake.
You need to get out to Huntington Beach.
Yeah. No, it's
Orange County.
Don't go to Venice Beach, man.
No.
Just nothing but a bunch of
I hear that's where the
needles and a bunch of fat dudes in rollerblades.
That's
Don't
the
go,
fun
man.
part.
You know what's funny? My sister, she interned at Disney out there in California. So when my parents went out there to visit her, my mom and dad and sister, they're like, oh, it's Venice Beach. That's one of these famous places we hear about. And they're like, there's a bunch of freaks there.
To be fair, I think it's always been like that.
Yeah, I don't think they were quite prepared for. I guess what Venice
I'm pretty
Beach
sure
is.
when they like filmed movies and stuff, they basically were just like, "All right, everybody, clear the area. Let's bring in all these actors."
Bring in the good-looking white people for this scene.
We're talking beach watch, man.
Yeah. No, California's cool. I've always wanted to go out to California. I mean, like Northern California, more to road trip, and then like LA.
Yeah, we
yeah.
road tripped
Oh, yeah.
all the way up
Oh, that's right,
California.
you've
yeah.
been.
Twice, 2 road trips. Yeah,
Where-
10,000-mile road trips.
Where have you been in California?
We went down. We went out, spent some time in LA, and then we drove up. What is it, Highway 1 or Highway 99 that goes right up the coast from out of LA.
It's hard to say. It's been so many years now.
It's a beautiful road. It's a small little like mountain road that just goes right along the coast.
The PCH, right?
Pacific.
Coast
Is that what it
Coastline?
yeah,
Okay.
it's been a while since I've been there. I think
It goes
last
all the
time
way
was 2010 or so. We were out there. Yeah, it's beautiful. And then the redwoods, amazing. All of California is
the red-
amazing, but it's like such
Yeah.
a huge, like it's so long that so many different climates in one state.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's another thing a lot of people don't realize. Like, the Pacific Northwest is completely different than anywhere else. I don't think a lot of people realize there's actually a
Gorgeous,
rainforest.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
And-
great. It's gorgeous. man.
temperate rainforest.
Yeah.
Or is it like a?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like the Congo.
Yeah,
but
yeah, no. Thank God.
More conifer trees and pine trees and stuff like
Yeah.
Silverbacks.
What's that?
Silverbacks?
So yeah, I was just thinking of that movie
There
Congo.
are no silverbacks.
There's not like a team of scientists searching for
No, yeah,
diamonds.
It's beautiful up
that. Going
there.
after Tarzan.
Yeah. You know, I don't know if we
One
talked
thing the
about.
West has really is it may not have like the population in a lot of places, but it's beautiful out there.
Yeah, I'd love to live out there. I mean, I have some friends that live out in Oregon right now, and they just, you know, they fucking
My
love it.
buddy that spent years out in Oregon.
Yeah.
And he loved it. Loved it.
So he's from California. What about you, Steve?
Funny story. I was actually born in California as well.
No shit.
Yeah, I was born in San Diego. I moved back and forth a lot from there in Hornell, so I spent half and half. So my mother's from Hornell. I've got some family here and there. So we just recently, well, not recently, moved back when I was 16, and I've been here since. So
That's
yeah,
cool.
It's I think we moved 5 times.
Okay.
Same
If-
place each time.
If you had your preference, beautiful California or Hornell, what's your?
Yeah, probably California. Like, you see those commercials on TV for like California, like come visit California, and like Arnold is in them. That's exactly how it is.
Yeah. Arnold's just there greeting you at the airport. Welcome. Yeah. No, I'd love to go. Like, so you've seen the Redwood, like you've actually
we
went.
went through like the Alley of the Giants or whatever it's called and all that stuff. Yeah,
See, it's like I've seen pictures of redwood trees, but I can't judge.
they are huge. They're
Yeah.
fucking
They're,
huge.
they're gigantic. I've seen them only a couple times because I went up towards Oregon to I don't know whose side of the family it was, but
Right.
went up north to California one time to Portola, which is up in the mountain regions and stuff like that, some more forest and stuff. and they had condors and all that really huge ass fucking vultures.
Oh yeah, California
Yeah,
condors. That's
saw condors out there.
Definitely. But there was one time we went up to Oregon, and yeah, huge freaking trees, man. I couldn't believe it.
Yeah,
I'd love to see
they're
one.
massive. Like they used to cut them down and make like dance floors out of them.
Yeah.
And just like
Yeah,
the stump of the
yeah,
tree.
Yeah, basically.
Interesting story about that. So, for listeners that don't know, we live out in the sticks here in Western New York. My father is the town supervisor for the next town over, which is West Union or Rexville. The town goes by two names, but and I actually help a lot with their historic preservation. So, like, I do these videos where we bring in old timers, like people that are like 5 years away from not being able to tell their story. You know what I mean? I don't want to say die because that's just mean.
Why can't they tell it, Ryan?
But like people that are like they're old and they just want to like tell their story of this area. So like what I've done over the past couple of years is actually using these boom stands or these mic stands is we'll get them in front of a camera, record them, and we just I just record them telling their stories, and all those videos are out on the internet. And we put them up on the West Union website, which I made on Squarespace. But yeah, but one of the stories that I'll never forget that one of these people told is in West Union, like I said, which is like 5 miles that way, in like the turn of the century. So like late, was it 19th century would have been 1899 and all. Okay, so that always fucks me up for some reason. I don't know why.
I know, 1800s, 19th century.
Yeah. Why not just make it simple?
I know, right? I know.
God, and like AC, DC. No, I know it's what is it? It's AC, B or
What?
AD and BC, right?
BC.
Yeah.
See,
AC/DC joke fucked me up.
Anodromonium and
Yeah. Thanks, Christ.
yeah.
Fucking asshole.
Jesus, man.
He had to make it so confusing for us.
I know. Just make it. So anyway, so. Fucking got on a tangent on that motherfucker. So this lady's telling the story about the turn of the 19th century, right? That's okay. So like between 1899 and 1900, right?
That's the 20th century.
That's 20th.
Okay, so like 120 years ago. God damn! I don't know why I can't get.
We're trying to figure this out.
I don't know why I can't get this right now. So anyway, during that time period, there was this this giant tree that was like 9 feet across, right? And they cut it down, and a lot of the houses in West Union, a lot of the older houses actually are made with wood from this single tree. It was just a massive tree.
That's back when they balloon framed.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were balloon framing houses. That's actually really common in our area. That's extremely.
What was it? White pine?
I wasn't there. I'm sorry. I don't know what the fuck it was.
Hard to say
It was a hemlock, I believe. Bass.
Actually, believe it or not,
Just
most of the
big-ass
boards in
tree.
your houses are hemlock.
Are they?
Yeah.
Are you a man of like a man of wood? Is
Like,
that-
no, I grew up in a very old house in Allegheny County.
yeah. Supposedly, this house is the oldest house in Greenwood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Believe it.
Yeah, I mean,
At least that's what we're selling now.
yeah. Look it up, fact check. No, I don't know. I have the deed. The deeds only go back to like I don't know 1916, but it's because the old
18th
deeds.
century.
1916 actually, because the old ones burned up. Anyway, back to the stump story. So they cut down this tree, and she was telling all these stories about how people used to have square dances on this stump, like you guys described with the redwoods. I mean, it's only 9 feet across, which is like.
Yeah, those redwoods get like 30 or 40 feet across, man.
What?
They were huge, like
30 or
legitimately-
40 feet
Yeah,
across.
the biggest ones
You
legitimately
can
were like.
drive a car. They have like tunnels made out.
Yeah, you can drive a car through some of them. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh wait, they make tunnels out of them.
Yeah,
I remember
dude.
seeing a magazine with that in it. Holy
Yeah.
crap!
Just drive around it. Just drive.
Right?
Who's the asshole that's cutting a tunnel through a tree?
Why be cutting like 25-foot
Yeah.
high tunnels?
Well, we can go around the tree and
We got
save its
logging?
life, or we could cut a big old hole.
Yeah.
in it.
Just that's just Americans right there. Like, why preserve this beautiful tree when we can just cut a hole right through the
through it.
center?
Well, Jesus Christ, Tommy, we could go around it. But why the hell would we go around it? We can just go through it. Rock
Man, the
Oh.
Lorax would definitely be upset.
Oh shit, that's funny. Jesus Christ, Tommy, I could hear that voice all day long. But yeah, I don't know. I don't even know what makes it like why there was one giant 9-foot tree, but just a cool story from this area that, I mean, think about it. If like another 20 years, if that story wasn't really gotten or was preserved on video, shit like that. Just, yeah. There's a lot of cool stories about like people like in like 100 years ago, there was of course, there's no internet, there was no TV. The only thing was a radio. You know what I mean? But even then, it's like that's something that you would gather your family around at the end of the night after dinner, while you're, I don't know.
Man, times were rough.
Times were rough, yeah. But like
times.
Like 100 years ago,
Keeping up with the Kardashians. Right now, Kim is washing her hair.
Can you imagine old timey Kardashians like on the radio?
Don't give them any ideas.
Someone has to do that. Someone has to make old timey radio Kim or Kardashians.
The whole Caitlyn transition would have been way different.
Yeah, I don't know how people would have taken that one.
Burned at the stake.
But yeah, I mean, like the big thing around here was actually baseball. Like that was like the way this one guy told this whole story about like how there was like just in like a 10-mile radius would be the team. So like Greenwood would have a team, West Union would have a team, West Union would have a team, Whitesville would have a team.
Whoa, they'd break down to like the...
Actually, who was telling me?
You've never even been to West Union.
Yeah, it gets rough there.
Triple
rough
West
down there, man.
Triple West Side. Yeah, I don't know. You know who has actually told me the story was Zach Coleman's grandfather. I think was it Leo? I think.
Yeah, I don't even know.
Really cool old guy.
I probably should know.
Yeah, I don't know. These so all those videos. For anyone that's listening to this and interested in checking those out, just
plug for Ryan's other stuff.
Yeah, www.welcometowestunion.com because westunion.com was taken and I couldn't figure out anything else. Welcome to westunion.com, and all those videos are on there.
Should have been West Union.
Welcome to West Side West Union. We tried doing this recently with like we're trying to get a Brain Gravy like a legit website made, and of course braingravy.com is taken.
And
so,
he's been preying on this for weeks and weeks now.
What is Brain Gravy?
Brain Gravy?
Yeah.
You know what? That's a interesting story about that. I took a dictionary, I flipped it open.
No, I mean, what's the website? It's already taken. Who used Brain Gravy for what?
Please tell me it's a porn site.
No.
Tell me it's a porn site.
I'd almost be happier if it was. Some asshole in Tokyo owns it and is not doing. It's trying to sell it. Actually, that's a big thing that people do. They get these websites like ABC.com. Well, I guess ABC being a TV station would probably. Yeah. But like there's a lot of people that own websites which are like two words.
Taken, for sure.
ABC. I don't know. Let's check it. Fact check.
How about 1, 2, 3? It's as easy as
1, 2, 3. It has to be taken for sure.
That's totally a porn site. It's totally a Jackson 5 fucking porn site. Come on.
Everything's a porn site. But like
that's what the internet's good for.
Like any two words, like think about like ceiling4.com is definitely taken. It's just like you have to go so far with to like get a web page these days. Like it has to be complete. Like your brand name has to be completely unique. Or, I mean, you guys probably did. Like, have you guys ever tried to get stoneclad.com?
Yeah, we had it for a little while.
We did have it for a little while.
We're doing some reprogramming with the website right now.
Yes, we are right now.
Yeah, we are down, but there is a stoneclad.com.
I think it was a .net.
It's not .org.
.net.
.net.
Oh, it's
It's a
.net.
.net.
It's a .com.
.net, yeah.
I was just say, if you guys wait, have you guys checked out stoneclad.com?
I don't think
No.
Because if you guys got stoneclad.com, that's a
Can we
pretty.
check that? No, I'm curious.
I did do that one time.
Oh, he doesn't
Go
want to
ahead
use the
and
Mac.
check it.
Yeah, I can't do that.
And I'm gonna
It's
forewarn
a
you.
porn site, isn't
No,
it?
I hope so. There's no way. Yeah, furry squatches doing it in the forest. No, I think
No, it's for sale.
what I'm think is that it has something more to do with housing and stuff like that. When you
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's what it was.
They have floorings and
yeah.
stuff that are called stoneclad
Yes,
too.
you're right.
So like you'll find like
It's for
I'm
sale.
not sure if it's like
Never mind, it's a porn site.
tiles or whatever,
So much.
That's what I'm saying. If you guys had stoneclad.com, fucking keep that motherfucker.
No
'cause
shit, right?
yeah.
Oh, shit.
Well, we tried to get. I tried to get braingravy.com, and I got really. And I've been hunting it for like 6 months now, because we've been up for Brain Gravy's been going for 6 months now, and I've been checking it out, and I seen that it expires tomorrow, believe it or not.
Oh.
November November 23rd, 2016.
Has anybody else ever heard the PBS the advertisement for the PBS is brought to you from viewers like you? Well, Brain Gravy is brought to you from viewers like you. Let's buy this shit.
But it expires November 23rd. We had a chat about it the other day on the internet. I was so excited about it. I'm like, guys, it's like a week ago. I'm like, guys, the day is coming up. We're gonna own BrainGravy.com. It's gonna be the best thing ever
It's
because
like foolproof. He's like, we got this.
It's
sold. It's sold.
It expires November 23rd. At like fucking 1701. Like Greenwich Mean Time, which is like for 24-hour clocks. That's where time starts. You know what I mean? Yeah, I'm like, and then I'm like, you know what? Why don't I just go in and check? How do you steal a website? and that's what I Google, and the first thing that comes.
You sure they didn't auto renew that site, man? They probably haven't on.
Well, Tim said that. Tim's like, are you sure it's not an auto renew? And I'm like, oh my god. I didn't even consider auto renew, which is like the most common thing for like anyone that is used to like getting websites would have an auto renew option if they're already paying to have just some useless website, just taken. It's not actually there's not actually a web page for Brain Gravy. It's just like the typical thing you would see for a ship like that. That right there.
I'm glad.
Yep.
But apparently it takes like 75 days after the web page expires, assuming there's not an auto renew, because the person the person goes through a grace period where that person can decide if they want to renew or not, and then it has to go through another grace period where it's like, I don't even remember the details, but it takes like 75 days from the moment that a website expires before it's actually back up for people to buy. So I'm not expecting to get Brain Gravy anymore. I mean,
hopes and dreams crushed.
Hopes and dreams crushed. Like we tried a bunch of other ones. I think like Brain Gravy podcast is actually taken because there's like another podcast. It's just called Brain Gravy, but they haven't done anything in like 3 years. It's a podcast about like craft beers or something like that. I don't fucking know.
I think we came across that earlier.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, I saw that. It's just like food was the subject.
Yeah. That's also the subject for this one, weirdly enough.
It's a cool name, though.
We just get
Brain
off topic.
Gravy.
Yeah.
It's a sweet name. I saw that. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean, like, I think how we came up with it is, like, we did the first podcast, which isn't even out on the internet. It was just like a practice run, and then it went well enough to where like, okay, we can do this. You know what I mean? And this is like the audio quality was pretty much just like this. I mean, I hope this turns out well. I think people just have to deal with it, but we're like, okay, we can. You know what? We're gonna do this. We're gonna do podcasting, and we just started like spamming names, like we had an open chat in Facebook, like what can we call this? And it was actually my idea. I was like, I just want to think of something where it's like people, like it's like everybody loves gravy. It's like just the shit that you dump all over your food, and then this is something.
Gravy?
And what's that?
What? Were you explaining gravy?
Gravy, yeah. Well, let me explain to you what gravy is.
Well, I've heard different definitions of gravy. I lived with like an Italian family for a little while from New York City, and they're like, oh yeah, my mom's making gravy tonight, and I was all like, I fucking love gravy, and they're like, but what gravy do you like? And I'm like, what do you mean? What gravy do I like? Do you mean like beef gravy or like oh no,
well,
man.
There's sausage gravy. That's different.
There's
yeah.
marinara, and then there's gravy. And I was like, gravy? What the hell are you doing? Like, like tomato sauce with meat in it? And I'm like, you mean red sauce? like tomato sauce as in like pasta sauce?
Right.
And they're like, yeah, but
No.
with meat. And I was
Tomato
like,
gravy.
okay, so it's
That's
meat, so it's meat sauce. They're like, no, it's fucking gravy, man. I was like,
I've never heard that.
dude, I was blown away. I couldn't believe it.
I make a fucking awesome sausage gravy. Have you guys ever had
It's probably my favorite food of all time.
sausage gravy?
Oh yeah, for sure. It's
That
definitely
shit.
his favorite food.
Yeah.
You know, for like just a tip for anyone that's interested in making sausage gravy, the best thing you can do,
Hold on.
like it's an old school thing. Like like if you go to the grocery store in the flour aisle, you'll see just all these different types of flour, and then you see a blue tube of flour that's in a tube, and it's super, super fine flour. It's like I don't know what it's called. I thought you were writing something down for a second. I'm like, geez, you're really getting into this. It's just super, super fine flour. So when you're making your gravy, you have this tube, and it even has like a little, like a thing, like if you're
Like a shaker.
like a shaker, yeah. And you can just shake it right over because you avoid clumps in your gravy that way,
Oh, it's
and
like
you can
it's like a
thicken
roux
it.
flour. It's for making roux.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I know exactly what you're talking about.
yeah.
I mix that shit with butter, brother.
Yeah. See, do you cook at all?
I do, yeah. I worked as a chef professionally for like 4 years.
Well, you said the word roux. I didn't
Yeah,
know what that
roux.
meant until just this year, actually.
Yeah, a roux, man. Well, there's different kinds of roux too. I mean, there's like your standard traditional roux, which is like equal parts butter, equal parts flour. And then there's like a brown roux, which is made with olive oil instead, but you have to like be really careful with that. But
All
it
right.
actually makes better beef gravy.
No shit.
Yes. So
This is
yeah.
way too literal
Write
for
this
brain
down.
gravy.
Are you writing this down? Are you-
We're literally
You should
talking
be
about
writing
gravy
this
now.
down.
Yeah, I
What
should be
about
right.
brains? We get brains next?
Well, you get a good set of human brains, right? And human brains are fatty as fuck. So they're gonna seep some fat once you start cooking them
Oh
up.
yeah.
Got some good lipids in it.
And thank you,
God.
Jeffrey Dahmer, for your
I have some downstairs. We'll eat it afterwards.
Oh man, Dahmer.
Yeah, like it seems like roux is like the basis of so many dishes, and
stews,
Yeah.
gravies, you
Any
name
sauce.
it, man.
Any sauce.
If
that's
they
a
need
roux.
thickening,
yeah.
some people they cheap out and use cornstarch.
That-
I'm not bashing those people. I mean, you guys are awesome,
He's
but
bashing you.
I am totally bashing you. Make a
You're,
roux.
you're
Make a
totally
roux,
cheaping
damn
out
it.
though.
Yeah.
Make a roux, damn it.
It's funny. Like a while back, I was I was fucked up, and I really wanted to make some pasta, and I didn't have sauce. I just had like tomato, like
Paste?
it wasn't paste. It's just like. It wasn't sauce either, but it's really watery. So I'm like, let's just thicken this up with some
Crushed
flour.
tomatoes, kinda.
And I'm fucked up in my kitchen. I'm like, I'm just taking flour, just put it in. I'm trying to make a sauce, and then it's too thick, and I started putting more tomatoes. And then I'm looking through my cupboards, and I found some tomato paste, and that shit's like, you have to get it out with a spoon.
Yeah.
I made the fucking shittiest sauce in my life.
Dude, I did that with
Still
like
ate
peanut
it.
butter once, man.
Still ate
Like,
it.
Don't feel bad, man.
Wait, you mixed with you made a peanut butter concoction.
Yeah.
He
pretty
threw some
gross.
peanut butter in with his tomato sauce.
Yeah,
It
it's pretty
was
gross.
terrible.
You know,
Awful.
I've had peanut butter on a hamburger.
Just phenomenal.
Delicious.
Dude, I used to make curry hamburgers because like
That sounds
a lot
fucking
of
good.
Indian food tastes really good with peanut butter. Yeah, like
Really, Indian
yeah,
food and
dude,
peanut butter.
Naan bread with peanut butter is the shit.
Oh,
Yeah.
non
I'll agree to
bread.
that. I'll agree to that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shit, man.
Have you guys ever made a peanut butter and jelly sandwich and then fried it or like grilled
Oh,
it?
my wife does that all the time.
You know, every time I tell that story, like the first time I did that, I'm like, no one's ever done this before. I'm a genius. I can't wait to tell my friends. I always tell this, and everyone's like, yeah, of course we've done that, you idiot.
Yeah, I didn't like grilled cheese growing up, so my dad always
Who the
made-
fuck are you? Who doesn't like grilled cheese?
I don't know, man. I
I
still
like
like
grilled
grilled cheese. I don't know what it is.
I
I've
used
never
to
liked
go
it.
to further shows, and that's what we peanut butter and grilled cheese sandwiches. That's what we
Yeah,
ate.
man, there was totally
yeah.
weed in the cheese, man. There's totally weed in the cheese.
Dude, grilled cheese at festivals and concerts have saved my life so many fucking times.
They're wonderful.
Wait,
Yeah.
Now, do you pre-make the grilled cheese, or do you just?
I'm just talking about walking by some fucking guy with 20-foot long dreads, just selling them out by like where people walk.
Those are the best grilled cheese.
dude.
Yeah,
I don't even like grilled cheese, and I'll eat one of those.
yeah, and of course you're gonna pay like $5 for the
Oh, yeah,
motherfucker.
Yeah,
It's gonna be the best $5 I've ever spent in my life.
Dude, I went.
It's very tasty.
I've like this summer. I told you I went to Peach Fest. They have a whole setup for food. Fucking expensive is shit.
Mm-hmm.
Like I actually did this thing this summer where I didn't have a lot of money to go to this festival. Well, I had a lot of money, but I wasn't gonna spend it on food.
Yeah. Oh,
And I made these like wraps of like just vegetables and rice, and I rolled them up and I pre-packaged them and that's what I did. But my sister and her boyfriend were spending like fucking. Well, I mean, not them, but other, like I seen people spending on the reg like $20-$30 a meal at these
oh
places.
yeah, man.
Yeah, it's a whole thing, like a whole like I'm trying to think of some of the specific places, but it's funny. Like you go to these places where it's like the hippie mentality of like giving and all this shit. But if you want to eat food, it's gonna fucking cost your ass.
Right?
You want to live, brother?
Hey, you want to fall down? We'll pick you up all day. You want to eat? It's $35.
Dude,
It's $35, man.
I had a fucking blast of this year, except on on Saturday night, it was a Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday festival. And on Saturday night, we happened to pick the location where they right where they did like wagon races. So for anyone that doesn't know, this festival is on the side of a ski resort, right? So everything's on a hillside, and you've got to lug your shit up this fucking hill. If you're smart, you're bringing wagons. If you're not smart like me, you're just fucking lugging it one fucking 2-hour long trip at a time. But on Saturday night, they did this thing where they do it every year. It's called wagon races, and it's where everyone gets their wagon that they lug their shit up. And we were right beside the road, like one of the main roads going up, and they take glow sticks, and they, probably like 20 glow sticks, and make one line, and then they go down like 100 yards and take 20 glow sticks and make another. And that's like, and everyone for some reason just generally agrees upon the fact that that's where wagon races are happening. So like this is probably like 4 a.m. after all the bands let out, and everyone just like right in front of our campsite was just congregating doing wagon races, which was cool. Like we were just sitting there in our little camp set up, like we had a sweet fucking camp set up. We're watching this, and then some guy brings one of these Bose, like portable Bose systems, like the ones that sound fucking amazing and sound travels forever. And plays Boys Are Back in Town. Plays Boys Are Back in Town.
We've discussed being a Thin Lizzy cover band for a long
Yeah.
time. Honestly,
Just the boys.
Just
the boys.
The
We're gonna
boys.
beat the boys.
But so it plays it once, and people are rocking it. Plays it second time, plays it a third time, plays it a fourth time, plays it a fifth time, plays it 10 times, plays it 20 times. By that point, we're like, please.
Leave the fucking town.
Please stop.
Boys, go home.
And for
Boys, go home.
And for some reason, this guy has accrued like a cult of followers who seem to love Thin Lizzy. Boys Are Back in Town, and he keeps playing it over. And this is going on for like 30 minutes, going on 45 minutes. And like we're all like coming down from everything that happened during the day. It's kind of like 5 a.m. at that point. Like we're just
At least 3 bands had played Boys.
Yeah. And like we're just trying to like chill, just get back to drinking level, and then eventually pass out. 5 a.m, Boys Are Back in Town. About 60th time we've heard it. 5:30 goes on. People in every campsite around there are screaming. People are throwing bottles of piss that are open on one end and just winging them at this crowd of cult followers that are still loving the song for some reason. It just like people like one of my buddies was like going up to the guy and like trying to like be like reason with the guy, and this was just like he's not even like listening. and then a whole bunch of girls just start kicking the shit out of my friend, like just start pushing him away from this one guy, and he can't fight back because it's girls, you know what I mean? So he just has to like get pushed out of this thing. This goes on for another like 15 minutes before people really start getting violent. Yeah. And like going like people were like other campsites were starting to group together and like, we got to do something about this guy. Finally, like 6 a.m, after over an hour of playing Boys Are Back in Town, over and over and over again, does the guy leave. And I'll never forget, like the next morning, I woke up and I was listening to, because you can hear everything in a campsite, like all the other things around you. And I was listening to these guys in the campsite next to me. And he's like, what was the joke? It's like, I got some good news and I got some bad news. The good news is the boys are back in town. The bad news is they're not leaving. Like that defined fucking like 4:30 through 6 of that night.
I'm not gonna lie, this sounds a lot like Elmo's World at my house.
Elmo's World?
I'm not gonna lie, like me and my wife are totally like getting ready to like strap on riot gear and like go like Billy Club my daughter. Like,
jeez, man.
For Elmo, like what's Elmo's World?
Oh jeez.
Oh,
You had to ask, didn't you? Well, let me tell you about Elmo's World. See, Sesame Street when we were children was not anywhere near as annoying as it is now. And Elmo has his own little section where he makes lots of annoying noises and animals and shit. And I listen to Elmo's World like 14 times a day. And I'm ready to I'm ready to call it quits, man.
Elmo's voice is like that voice that like you hear in nightmares too.
I do. I'm not even shitting you. I had a nightmare like a week ago.
Just
And
an Elmo nightmare.
The fucking soundtrack to this one Elmo's World out episode was like in the background faintly, and it just made it worse. I was like, I don't even care that my family's getting slaughtered. But the Elmo's World soundtrack, man. I'm gouging my eyes out, ah! It's awful.
Have any of you guys ever had like a lucid dream or ever tried like lucid dreaming? Do you know what that is?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
tried.
yeah,
I tried it for a
I'm aware of
while.
it.
Keeping a notebook, you gotta keep. It
Yeah.
right?
You ever get anywhere with it?
No, it's hard, man. It takes a lot of practice.
Yeah.
A lot of
They
practice.
say you start off doing the notebook so
Yeah.
it keeps your mind.
Every time you wake up, you start writing down everything because you forget about it.
Yeah.
It's all about relating to stuff that's real, something that you can feel, and it's a lot,
Yep.
a lot of mental concentration. You got to go to sleep with repetition, thinking the same exact thing, and you slowly go into your sleep thinking
Yeah.
the same exact thing that you know is real, and then it's insane.
Mine would be Elmo's World.
You lucid dream.
I think we'd call that a nightmare at this point.
It's turning there, Alan.
I lucid dream in Elmo's World. Maybe we'll call that the name of this episode: Lucid Dreaming in Elmo's World. Yeah, that's how you start. You know what I mean? And it's weird because like it's like certain things. Well, kick it off. Like if you take, like I've heard people that take nicotine patches will like lucid dream just because of what nicotine does to you.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
I know a lot with the pill. Like if you take like the pill that helps you quit smoking,
Oh yeah.
that's really bad.
What's
from what
that?
I've been told.
It starts with a C or something, right? Yeah. Anyway, yeah, and they say like once you're in a lucid dream, if you want to figure out if you're dreaming or not. I'm gonna tell that story in a second. The one that maybe you're thinking about or not. But if you read a letter like lettering will not you can't. There's like in a dream, I guess, for anybody that's dreaming, they will never see like letters.
Yeah.
So like if it like let's say this was a dream, like you wouldn't be able to see like Keystone White on this, or it would just be like jumbled. So like when you're getting really good at lucid dreaming and you have to figure out if you're dreaming or not, just look at lettering. But the one time I actually tried to lucid dream, or I didn't try to lucid dream. I was actually just figured out that I caught one. I was actually driving up what I would have believed was the Pacific Coast Highway. Is that what you call it?
Yeah.
And I didn't know I was dreaming. I remember being like in a dream, and then or just like driving, and I was riding with someone that I went to high school with, but just based off that person, I realized that this has to be a dream because I would never ride up the Pacific Coast with this person. So I just did the first thing. I'm like, well, this is a dream. Let's just try this. And I just swerved off the road and went straight in the ocean. And then I woke up and I had this really weird sensation, which I guess is common for lucid dreaming, where I was like above my body. And I can remember like being paralyzed, like I couldn't move. And then I slowly like came. It's the weirdest thing. I'm not like a paranormal person or something like that, like that believes like the in out of body experiences. But
astral projection, yeah, man.
I think you were abducted that night.
Yeah, probably.
it could have been. But I can remember
60%, totally like 100%. UFOs have totally been here.
Yes, they have been.
They abducted.
There's
Ryan.
also one major factor to that story. We were riding in the car when he told us about that dream.
Oh goodness.
I'm like, guys, you're not
no.
gonna believe this. And I think we were a little fucked up too. And I look over and Matt's like, wait, like just so you know, you're not dreaming right
You're
now.
not dreaming. You were awake, man.
Yeah, I don't know. Like people have those experience. Tim shared an experience. I don't know if it was on the podcast or if we were talking about it afterwards. But one of the other co-hosts, Tim. But like sleep paralysis is like a real thing. Like people wake up.
Right.
Have you guys ever experienced sleep paralysis?
Yeah, I have.
You have?
Yeah,
I hear it's
awful.
terrifying.
It's awful, man. It's like the worst feeling ever.
Like you just wake up and you're
And you
like,
can't move. You can't move any of your body. You can't move your body. You can't, like, you can even, like, I have it to where I literally couldn't even close my eyes. I was so awake, I was staring at the ceiling, I wanted to look away, I just couldn't even move.
sounds boring as fuck.
It
How long were you actually in that state for?
feels like hours.
Does it really?
Well, yeah, but you're just, like, it's just for, I guess, a couple quick seconds.
Oh yeah, because like it's
If you freak out, you're gonna feel
Yeah,
more.
for a
Like,
while.
you just gotta relax and just.
so you've experienced it too.
No, I have not, but I know a lot of people that have.
Yeah.
They do it actually quite regularly.
It's weird because knowing him, like he has night terrors, so he's jumping out of the bed, going,
Crazy.
ballistic. Yeah.
Night terrors. What the fuck is that? I don't know anyone that's ever had a night terror.
Oh,
Is this
well,
from the Elmo's world again? Like you,
No, actually,
You're like,
actually.
"Oh, Elmo!"
Funny enough, I've never had a night terror that involved Elmo's world. I don't remember them. And apparently, like, wake up and, like, freak out, screaming bloody murder, like you'd think I was dying.
Are you
I'm not
serious?
even shitting
Oh, yeah.
you.
It's true.
And-
Holy
and-
shit!
and-
Has anyone here ever witnessed this?
Yeah, I lived with him for about
No
almost
shit.
2 years.
Yeah.
He's
and
always
Alan's-
dreaming he's swallowed something that you can't swallow.
Like
Classic as a coat hanger.
The coat hanger.
Yeah, the coat hanger.
It's
I remember
Elmo's
the coat
cock.
hanger.
It's Elmo's cock.
Elmo's trying to kill you with a coat hanger, dude. Shoving it right down your throat.
Wait, so-
Needless to say, my stomach has totally had a coat hanger abortion.
So you've actually you
I've
guys have
listened.
both witnessed this.
Yes.
Listen to it, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
He'll
so-
wake up and I swallowed it. I swallowed it. Like,
It was
what?
small and red. It's Elmo's
Coat
cock.
hanger.
One time I ran out in the middle of a party. This was in college, and it was in my apartment. And I ran out in the middle of a party in my underwear, in front of two girls who I was very interested in at the time. And
Playing the
in my
field there.
underwear, ran out. I was like, I fucking swallowed it, man! I swallowed it. My buddy who'd lived with me for a while now, he's like, "What'd you swallow, James?" I was like, "A fucking umbrella." He's like, "You swallowed the umbrella, James. You need to go to the bathroom." That's the one thing.
Yep.
Is like, go to the bathroom.
That's the funny
Go to the
thing.
bathroom, and it's fine after that. Actually.
Yep.
And
That's what snaps you out of it.
yeah,
Just the
I have to
phrase.
go- I have to go to the bathroom. It's like, well, I actually have to go. It's because my body doesn't wake up, and my body's like, "Hey, you gotta go pee, man." And my brain's like, "Nah, I'm gonna sleep a little longer."
You're swallowing
You just
something.
hit the, your brain's hitting the snooze button.
Yeah, basically. And it's like, no, man, you gotta go pee. And it's like, no, you're swallowing shit right
No,
now, man.
yeah.
You don't have time to pee. You're swallowed an umbrella. What the hell?
I'll tell you the first time that I ever witnessed it was actually very very interesting and peculiar because I had no idea what the fuck was going on. I'm sitting there and my roommate, has known him since I don't know, like since he was a kid, And well, he used to come to his house every day. Well, he got used to this, and his mom gave a heads up that he has night terrors and stuff. And my roommate looked it up and everything. Well, one night we were hanging out, and this was like after I moved in with him and stuff like that. So we're sitting there on a week, and we just got home from work. James came over and hung out with us. We're just getting ready to settle down and go to bed. So he gets the cot out, he lays down. So we're still up, me and my roommate, and we're still having a good time listening to dad music and, having a couple beverages and stuff like that. And next thing you know, he gets up and he's screaming, and it was the coat hanger thing. It was like, he's like, I'm swallowing a coat hanger, get it out.
Ugh.
And then all of a
It's
sudden,
awful
like,
too, man. Like,
I'm
I
so-
have to remember.
oh yeah, it was. I was like terrified because I was like, what? I looked straight at my roommate. I was like, what the hell is going on?
See, the thing is, at first, your brain isn't thinking. You can't
No.
physically swallow a coat hanger.
But
But all they're seeing is he swallowed something. He's choking. I have to give him the Heimlich. Wait a second. You can't fucking swallow a coat hanger.
But it's like basically the same thing, He was just like, hey, James, and James was like, what? He's like, go to the bathroom. Goes to the bathroom, comes back, and everything's fine. So it was
It's
like,
weird.
what?
Weird.
That's like someone is like figured out like the words that just hack your brain.
My
Like, you know what I
mom,
mean?
my mom, literally, because like the first time I ever had it, I was like 3.
Thank God it's like James, go to the bathroom. Like instead of like
yeah, like something bad.
James, put a gun to your head or something.
Yeah, no.
Like
she
what
just
if like
found
what
out.
other combinations of words that would be terrible?
I know, and it's just like, and it's because I actually have to go to the bathroom, and I go to the bathroom, and it's fine. And I've said some weird shit in my sleep, man.
Like what?
I like one.
Let's hear that. Spill it.
One time I sat straight up, and was like, "Ooh, salad bar." And then passed out. No shit, laid back down, went to sleep.
Salad bar.
Like salad bar. I was very excited about a salad bar.
Ooh, salad bar.
One time I peed on my roommate's door because he's like, I came over and he's like, you woke up and you walked out, and he's like, you could tell because like you can just tell by looking into my eyes that I'm sleeping, and he's like, you're just like, I knew you were sleeping, and you walked over to my door, and I was like, James, what are you doing? And I said, looking for the gerbils. And pissed all over his bedroom door.
That's quite good for pissing on the door.
And then it's happened like 2 or 3 other times later. I was like, James, what are you doing? Looking for the gerbils. James, you need to go to the bathroom now.
Like, I'm just like wondering, like, what is happening? Like you know that movie, A Beautiful Mind, where like
I
the
love
guy's
that movie,
thinking in
yeah.
like in the background you see like math equations and shit.
Yeah.
For you, James, it's like there's like gerbils and like umbrellas are opening and closing and like coat hangers are just like, you know what I mean? Like when you beautiful mind, you just like that's what happens in the back.
I'm a weird case of it, man. It's weird. I don't get it.
Yeah, dreams. I don't know. Dreams are a fucking weird thing. I don't know.
They're a hoot.
Salad bar.
Ooh, a salad bar.
I like salad bars, man. Like back up.
Matt, you have any weird dream stories?
No, not that I can think of off the top of my head. They're all pretty normal. I don't think there's any real odd ones that I can remember.
Like, do you guys ever have like reoccurring dreams?
Oh yeah, dude.
All the time.
All the time.
You have them all the time?
All the
Yes,
time, man.
yes.
So since I was a kid, like
Fever
same one.
dreams. I have recurring fever dreams.
What's a
Like
dream
when
you
you're
get when
sick.
you're fever?
When you're sick, yeah, yeah.
I've never gotten a fever dream. I
They're
don't think.
always so
They're
really. Every
they're
time I
crazy,
get
man.
sick, I have fever
Me too.
dreams. Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
They're always just really weird, and they're like of nothing. One of them for me is just like this transformer robot that like just slowly moves. And
Sounds distorted.
I just have this like awful like fever dream of this robot that's just slowly moving.
That's the reoccurring one?
Yeah.
Oh man, that's fucking
I have one
weird.
where I'm tied to my kitchen table, my childhood home, which I live in now. But like my childhood home, I was tied to the kitchen table, and this vampire like hovers in, and right before he bites me, I wake up.
No shit.
Yeah.
I've only had like one reoccurring dream my whole life. Yeah, just one. And I've had it ever since I've been a kid. I mean, I get it like once a year. I get visited by my reoccurring dream once a year. But it's really stupid. Basically, I'm driving up the Leaning Tower of Pisa. Like, if the inside of the Leaning Tower of Pisa was like a spiral, like, just a loop, you know what I mean? Like just a spiral that you could drive up of. So I'm driving up to the top of the Leaning Tower of Pisa. I get to the top. I get out. I go to the edge of to the Leaning Tower of Pisa. I jump. I land on the ground, and then I do it all over again. That's the whole dream, over and over and over again. I don't know why. That's like my reoccurring dream.
I'm just trying to think of the engineering aspect of this. Like the
know.
Leaning Tower of Pisa is leaning, and you're already going up it in a spiral. That's gotta be like you're like going upside down at some point. Like you're like crazy. Like.
It's a
Yeah,
stupid
I don't even want to think
reoccurring
about it.
dream.
Like the physics involved in that shit, man. Your brain is awesome.
Don't get too deep. It's like the only one that my brain's ever been able to like of all the awesome dreams that I've had, that's the one that has to be reoccurring. You know what I mean? What about you?
I only think of two so far. The recent one has been same one. I mean, this hasn't happened in a while, but recently, like last week and a half or almost 2 weeks, I dream about these snakes that are in our in the house that I live in, and they're all around our house. And out of all the snakes, we're going around and we're putting gloves on, we're putting them in a bucket, and we're getting rid of them, basically. And all these snakes happen to be rattlesnakes for some reason. And when I get bit by one, my roommate says, "I'm not taking you to the hospital." Yeah, that's
Dude,
scary.
Alan, you've been having that for years, man. Like you've been like telling me about that. Be like,
Yeah,
I woke
yeah,
up and he
like-
wouldn't take me to the hospital.
No, he wouldn't, yeah.
Like what the fuck, man? He won't take me to the hospital. I got
And-
bit by a rattlesnake.
No, yeah, and it was a pretty freaky dream. I woke up, I was like, what was that all about? So the only other one I could think of now was when I was young, and I used to have it a lot. And I always had this fear about, you know, the Chinese monkeys that clap their hands
Yeah,
and
yeah.
and you wind them? Oh, dude, I hated them. I was freaked out by them by a kid.
I was one for
So-
Halloween one year.
I had I had this reoccurring nightmare as a child where the house would be distorted and it would be flipped upside down, and I'd be walking on the ceiling down the hallway and stuff, and then I don't know where this monkey would come out clapping these cymbals, grinning at me with these evil red eyes, and he'd chase me through the house while I'm trying to figure out
that's a
how to go through
trippy
the
one.
house upside down, and it would flip, it would do this, so everything would have to change, and then I'm still getting chased by this thing, and I'm trying to get out, but I couldn't.
That's a fucked up one.
Yeah.
I don't know. Dreams are like I really enjoyed everyone's dream story, but you know what the worst thing in life is when you're like maybe you get to work or you're talking to your friend and they're like, hey, let me tell you about this dream I had last night, and you just want to say to them, let me stop you right there. Was it really crazy and that involved things that would never happen in real life? Yeah, everyone has that. You know what I mean? No one wants to hear a dream story that they're not like they didn't initially ask
Hey,
for.
man, remember that one time you told me about your dream and I told you to go fuck yourself? let's do that again.
Let's have that one be a
Go fuck
reoccurring
yourself.
reality. Oh yeah, shit. Let's see, what are we at here? Well, let's get about an hour. You guys want to wrap this one up? Why don't you guys go ahead and just plug as much as you want, plug any gig as far into the future as you want.
Well, shit. I mean, we talked about those two earlier.
Ooh, I know one. We're playing up at Swain's on
Swain New Year's. New
Yeah,
Year's Eve.
Swain
Swain Ski Resort.
Oh, nice.
That'd be fun.
That's gonna be a bitchin' gig. I know. We've been trying to. They have like condos and rooms you can rent and stuff.
Yeah,
You get like a 10-room condo for like
230
something a night.
It's
I mean,
230
a
bucks.
bunch
for,
of people to go up to
For the
Swain.
$20
house,
a
for
person.
$20 a person, man.
Yeah.
Like, that's just $20 a person. You have an awesome time. Listen to what I would consider an awesome band. And,
Yeah.
and
It's a little
and
biased.
get the crash, you know. Yeah, I know it's a little bit biased, you know. Whatever.
No, it's cool that like you add that to it because like I mean for people that are planning, it's like $10, $20 a person. Yeah, let's go up to fucking Swain. You know
get
what I mean?
like 10 people for a condo. You know.
I used to party up there. Like some people that were ski instructors had like a house in college, and they went to A State, and they were all ski instructors, and it was like that classic like '80s ski movie scenario where everyone gets fucked up at night, then goes
were
out
there
and
tits
teaches.
everywhere?
What's that?
Were there tits everywhere?
No, just
Then it was totally
there
not
was-
like an 80s.
Yeah.
Like that. There had to be tits.
I know, you're right. It was more like a fucking. I don't even know what it'd be. There was no tits. Damn it! You ruined my '80s. But okay, so
Just
yeah,
ruined my fantasy of it too. So it's alright.
you're gonna have a dream where you wake up tonight and be like, no tits, no tits.
It's gonna be so lucid. You have no idea.
I swallowed the tits.
A very vivid dream.
So you guys are playing at Swain, and that's New Year's Eve. That'll be pretty
Most
sweet.
recent would be tomorrow night.
Tomorrow night.
Yeah, we're at the Angelica Hotel for Zoo Night, and then this weekend will be Saturday, I believe. We'll be at Captain Morgan's in Corning.
In Corning.
And but yeah, we actually, if you keep up on Facebook with us, we tend to post. We have a bands in town.
Cool.
You can track us on that, and I think we have an Instagram, don't we?
We've got an Instagram.
Yeah, we have an Instagram, like so you can like look at us and stuff. I mean, you can do that on Facebook too.
Yeah.
But, like, I mean, I don't know why anybody would not look at anybody but me, but I'm kidding. We're all gorgeous, and so you can follow us on Instagram, and except for Elliot, he's kind of funny looking, but
He is funny looking.
yeah, Rooster's our drummer.
He is
He's
the rooster.
he's cute. We love him.
Yeah.
We love him. But
Right
yeah,
on.
you can follow us on Facebook, and we try to keep everybody updated on that.
Cool.
And so yeah.
So Facebook, it's Stoneclad. Instagram, probably similar.
Stoneclad. It's like Stoneclad.
New York.
It's Stoneclad, New
Stoneclad
York.
underscore NY some shit.
Yeah,
Cool.
we had to be creative. Apparently, that's like a common. I know, right?
No, the original
Probably same
Stoneclad on Instagram is a
They're selling.
flooring. They do flooring.
Yeah.
is that right?
Another thing is, I remember when we first started off, we got this message from another Stoneclad.
Oh yeah.
And it was this Mexican heavy
Yeah,
metal
I
band.
saw that.
What?
I'm not
They were
even
like,
shitting
hey,
you, man.
They messaged us in Spanish and they were like basically,
Like we had
please-
this way before you.
yeah, please do not use your name as Stoneclad. We're already Stoneclad from Mexico.
Somebody already translated
Hilarious.
that?
But I mean,
Yeah.
this wasn't too far into
We're-
Stoneclad history, and they had like 2 followers on their thing.
Yeah, we have
Yeah.
like 300,
Is we-
and we're like, no, we're probably
Go
just gonna
fuck
keep
yourself,
it, man.
yeah.
Like, I mean, we weren't trying to be disrespectful or anything. I mean, we love our Mexican brethrens. And, I want to put that out there. I don't want anybody to think I'm like one of those guys, but but we love our Mexican friends.
See, that's what's going on with us and the other. There's another Brain Gravy podcast. I don't know if we brought it up on or off the podcast. I can't remember. But the other Brain Gravy is like they have podcasts about craft beer, and it's like they haven't done an episode in like fucking 2 years, and they don't update their Facebook page ever. And we're just saying fuck them. You know,
Yeah.
we own the name now, motherfuckers.
Exactly, right, man? Like, I mean, it's just
As of tomorrow.
You know, it's funny though. Like you brought it up when that band messaged you. The last podcast that you were on, Matt, was that it? Where we looked up Gravy Brain.
Yeah, Gravy Brain.
Okay, so like the podcast ends, and I was checking our YouTube feed for just to see the analytics that came from the feed already. And one of the suggested videos was from this. It just said Gravy Brain, and I'm like, oh, that's pretty close to our name. Let's check it out. And it's this band out in California.
they were a porno, weren't they?
No,
No.
it's this
That's way better.
it's this band out in California, and it's totally like funk, jam, groove rock of these 4 old guys, and they're fucking awesome. First off, really fucking good band. But they do the most elaborate YouTube videos that I've ever seen in my life for like low budget.
Yeah.
You should just pull one up. Oh, you can't. I mean, hold on.
I don't know how to do it.
Yeah.
Trust me, this is
I
worth
kind of
it.
need to see this now.
Now we gotta do
Because
it.
when you just described the band, we're kind of
Yeah, no,
that
this is worth it.
band, but younger.
These guys are
and not
technical
Gravy
masters.
Now, does everybody get to see this? Everybody gets to see this video?
Be
right
no,
back.
I haven't
Brain. Hold on,
mastered.
so it's gonna be a reaction video.
make
Give
it
me
watch.
a reaction video. Let's all watch this, and it's gonna be a reaction. Can you see my face?
I know it's yeah. I haven't met. So for the people that are watching on YouTube right now, I don't know how many. Could be 1, could be a billion. But
Cool.
Could be
yeah.
half.
But what if they? You know, if I checked our feed and there was like 100 or more people watching, I get scared. Like, what's happening right now? Like, why are we going viral? Like, you guys ever do that? Like, when you wake up to like your Facebook and for some reason you get
Yeah.
like 10 or more messages and you're like, is something happening in my
Well,
life right
You
now?
have to understand. We have the real life worry to think about. Like, hey, our video just got like 3,000 likes. Did Steven's penis fall out again?
Yeah.
It happens on a regular.
Whatever.
Oh, shit, how do I?
Like, band playing gig, penis falls out.
I gotta pull this up.
Stone glad.
So for anyone that's watching and is like, what the fuck are these guys doing? Just you can go along with us. Just look up Gravy Brain on YouTube. I'm gonna do it right now. I hope the sound comes out all right through this laptop.
I hope so too.
That's all you're
Oh,
gonna hear.
here
with
it
that
is.
mic.
So a little backstory. I watch these videos and I just kept watching them that night over and over because they have a whole bunch of them. And I messaged them and I invited them on the podcast. So I said, whenever you're in New York, you are always welcome on my podcast. Yeah, let's just watch this one. So this is actually I should, before I do this one, let me just pull up one of the ones where they're actually like jamming. Yeah, so you get like a good idea of like what their music is like, and then let me just.
Dude, this already looks great. I'm not even watching it yet.
It's
The
Yeah,
beginning
so weird.
picture is great.
Elliot.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
yeah.
Oh, what is that? Lance?
Thank you, man.
Guitar gravy. No matter.
All right, let me just get this because they live stream their jams.
Really?
It's kind of a weird jam, but we'll go with it.
They totally grew up Floyd fans.
So yeah, like what they do is they have these like 3-hour long jam sessions, and they'll record it and they live stream it.
It's a great idea.
Hey guys, my hero.
Okay, so like you guys get the idea of their music, right? Just like really trippy. This keyboardist is going off right now.
That's what we need as a keyboardist.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, kind of cool, right?
Yeah.
I want to X out of it, but I actually just want to keep listening to
I
these.
also want to keep listening to it.
Yeah. Hey, give me one of those stills, would you?
Got a keystone? Is there still more of that?
Oh no, always.
Dude, go drink all your beer. Don't offer the beer up.
Thank you.
All right, so pretty cool jam. I don't want to X out of it, but I do to make I gotta do it to make this point. So we watched this one right here. I hope it comes up. We might have to take away this video portion of it so it'll play right, but.
Yeah, you can hear it.
Come on, play, you fucker.
Might be a twist, man.
Nah, it's a pop.
Gotta help me out there, folks. With your big, manly, beardy arms.
Yeah, I'm not coming. Oh, you got it. All right.
Thank you. Thank you for the beer.
Beer
Internet's
tax.
going strong.
You need to pay. I can say
Yeah.
everything's get passed around.
Internet's.
Beer tax.
Come on, internet work.
Gotta, beer tax.
Beer tax,
Captain Danger here at our
This is the same. This is a band, by the way. Same people.
to introduce the Gray Ranger #1 expedition. That's right, we're going to another planet. Gravy Brain. Mondays.
Mom.
The Nubaru Chronicles.
This is awesome.
Starring Captain Danger. Guitar Gravy. The Scorpion.
When was this made?
It's totally you, Steve.
Just this year.
Dr. Galaxo Magic. I'm a doctor.
You know, I've changed what I want to do when I grow up.
Join
I
us
wanna be
now
Gravy
for
Brain.
episode 1.
I want to know what these guys are on. That's all.
That's what I'm saying. I love that their name is so close to ours too. Like this is some good editing. I mean, what would you call that? Just like video editing?
Okay, that's all the time we have for questions. The team's waiting on board. I'm driving, so I gotta get on there and we need to get the expedition underway. So we will see you from space.
I like how he's got a captain's hat on, like a sea captain hat.
Yeah.
He's flying the jet.
Wait, how is his body fitting in?
Don't worry.
Oh shit!
Oh my god.
I really hope people are watching this with us.
Yeah, me too.
I know it.
I'd like to go on that journey.
I'll see if I can figure out how to get the video in for the video stream, like post.
So good.
Gravy Brain Nubaru 1. We cleared the atmosphere. Catch you on the flip.
I think I'm in love with Gravy Brain.
Dude, I fell in love with them immediately.
Dude, I think I'm in love with them.
Pilot now, Captain.
This is like a jam band that does this for.
Dude, Gravy Brain, if you're listening right now, I fucking love you.
Do that. Roger that. Engaging. And autopilot fully engaged. And lock it in. I think that's it. I think we're locked in and we're on autopilot. We're on our way to the room, boys.
He's got a motorcycle. Oh my god.
Let's go in the back, move in, and get some snacks.
Get some snacks. Yeah, that sounds like my
Atta
treat.
boy.
My box of goldfish, man.
Very good. I'm here with Gravy, and we've gone through all the cupboards, and we can't find any snacks.
And so we were hoping that maybe you guys could send some snacks up to meet us on our journey.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Damn snacks.
Totally send you snacks.
Send some damn snacks, boys.
Not a command staff decision maker. The mission objectives of the Gravy Brain Narubu expedition are fourfold. 1. Get there. 2. Prove the planet exists. 3. Claim it in the name of Gravy Brain. And 4. Invite all of our friends that throw the biggest party the universe has ever seen.
Spacecraft USS No More.
They're Nubaru direct.
Hey there, Gravy Brain boys. Just want to say hi and
Bill
welcome
Clinton.
everybody here on Earth and good luck on that expedition.
Great microphone.
Thank you, Mr. President. We really appreciate
57?
it. I just have a quick question. Why are you calling us and not the current president?
Well, I'm your biggest fan, and Franklin, he's already married now, but he does love your music. Yeah, President. What's that? Hell, I just want to know, how is it, and how was it? Wait till you get to Narubu, man. You,
Goes out to you, Monica.
Alright. Pulling that there. Yeah, we pull this up and we're just like staring at it like, are you fucking kidding me? This shit exists in real life. Yeah, so for any fans that want to check out some weird fucking psychedelic crazy shit, it's Gravy Brain on YouTube. They have some fucking pretty sweet music as well, so check them out. But yeah, we'll end this fucking podcast. So for anybody else, so plugs for myself. I have a comedy. I'm going to be in a comedy competition on December 3rd up at the German House in Rochester. Tickets for that are $15 a piece. If you want to go and you want to see me do some comedy, see me do my stupid jokes, basically just get a hold of me on our Facebook page, or else you can contact me direct through my personal Facebook page. And I will figure out how to get you a ticket. Other than that, please like the Brain Gravy. I almost said Gravy Brain. Please like the Brain Gravy Facebook page. Subscribe to us on iTunes. Subscribe to us on SoundCloud. Consider donating. Subscribe to us on YouTube. All these links are on the top of our Facebook page. It's the easiest way to figure out anything. So, liking the Facebook page is step 1. Step 2 is whatever else you want to do. Other than that, we will see you next episode. So, see you guys later.
See you. All right, see you, Ryan.
Peace.
Stoneclad out.
I like toast.
Nice.
Are we still live?
Oh.